Peace to the family. What's happening? What's happening? It's Coach Khayr, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. And today I want to talk and share about what happens when you get locked out of your spiritual account because you're using the wrong password. So, press 2 if you share the video. Also, if you send me a friend request after you watch this, please send me a message because I don't accept friend requests unless you send me a message. All right? Abdul Cool Tafilatat. Wabazon. I'm a Farragon Shalel Kalum. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. And I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in all as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. Istunje ilaku. All right. What up, Shannon? What up, Ciola? Demetrius Pratt, Damaris. I see you over there, Mrs. Pratt. Hey, Stacy. You know when you're trying to like get into an account and you ain't been in there in a while and you can't remember the password? What are like, if it's a raggedy account like Yahoo, well, I'm not even going to say Yahoo. Oh, yeah, that's right. Make sure you introduce yourself. Coach Khayr, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. So please state your zodiac and your city and state wherever you at. Press 2 if you shared the video. What up, Jazz the Medium? Misha, I see you. What up, Divine Tosh? Miss Goddess Body. Peace, peace. I see Team Libra in New York. Oop, didn't mean to do that. All righty. Okay, so what up, Team Capricorn in Detroit? So, but on some accounts, they will lock you all the way out, right? And you don't have the right password and you can't get back in, so now you can't access whatever's in that account, right? So let's say if you got a bank account, and what happens with the bank account? You locked out. You can't get in to access your funds or to move things around because you have put in the wrong password too many times. Then what do you have to do? Reset the account, right? But then you're like, oh, it's an old email. What am I going to do? How am I going to reset the account? It's an old email. I don't even remember the password for the old account. Sometimes they tell you to like make different passwords, right? Or they tell you to write your password down somewhere. I say your password should be important enough and relevant enough, but not so mysterious where you can't remember it when it's time for you to go access your spiritual goodies. Or as my man Chris Enlighten says, some spiritual vittles, which is what we're giving up right now. What up, Team Cancer in Georgia? Vaughn Taylor, I see you. Also, if you just got here, make sure you press 2 and share the video now. Invite some folks. Otherwise, get on. And if you're on Instagram, just, hey, share it with 2 people or send it to 12 people because you're on Instagram. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Dr. Jerry's in the building. What up? So what do you do when you are locked out? How did you get locked out in the first place? That's the big thing. A lot of people are like, well, yeah, what do I do when I get locked out? How did you get locked out of your spiritual account in the first place? Don't you see so many folks who are saying, I'm going to ask you, say, well, are you religious or are you this or are you that? And then the first thing they say, well, I'm more spiritual than I am religious. Well, then what's your path? What's your path then? It doesn't have to be, and it could be a spiritual path, but it doesn't have to be, religious. What up, Constance and Lena? Peace. Thanks for joining. Press 2 of you have shared the video. But when you forget the password, it means that you ain't really been in your practice. That's what that means. That means you just like doing something, but you're not in your practice. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you get locked out? Because if I'm going to an account like every day, guess what? Most of the time the computer will remember the account, or it'll say, you can click the button and it'll say, remember me or keep me logged in. Why didn't you hit the remember me button? Why didn't you hit the keep me logged in button on your spiritual path? What is your practice? What is your practice has to be consistent. But when you start letting inconsistency creep up on your spiritual practices, guess what happens? And you get locked out of your account. Then you find yourself having to do all the heavy lifting yourself. And like, if you're like me, you hate doing all the heavy lifting. What did you get into the spiritual work for? So you can start dabbling in magic, and you can start letting your ancestors and the gods and everything help you out. You know what I'm saying? I say I'm going to let all my magic do all the heavy lifting for me. I'm not doing no heavy lifting. That's not me. Y'all know my 7-10 rule. I write 10 things down on the list, and I say, God, you get these 7 hard ones, and I'm going to pick these 3 easy ones, and then I go like that. But if you are not focused and not being consistent with your practice, then guess what? You get locked out of your account. You ain't got no access to all the divine gifts that you was born with. And then the next thing you know, you're stressed out. You got anxiety. You working, or you're overworking. You are, man, you behind in some other stuff. What up, Kylie? Paula Autry Carter is in the building. I see you, Team Taurus in Atlanta. Camellia Brown. And then you salty. Then you start getting salty. What up, Madison? Then you start getting salty because now things ain't going the way that you originally had them planned. Well, one thing you can do to reset your password is to slow down. That's why I keep emphasizing meditation. Are you meditating? Are you breathing deeply? Is your mind activated? Because the password has got to be in there somewhere. What were you doing other than not being consistent that now you can't recall the password? I don't know. But you know what you were doing. So getting back in the game is what? Being quiet. That's like my emphasis this month is be quiet. Oh yeah, if you're in the Moon Magic 28 Masterclass, y'all know what today is, right? It's the beginning of what cycle? Who's watching my who's keeping up with their calendar? Who knows what today is? Not the sun cycle. We know we're in the leading phase of the sun, but in the moon, that's why because I wanted to talk about this because I have it written on my dry erase board. I wanted to talk about it 2 or 3 days ago, but I said, you know what? It ended up landing on today. What up, Ms. Carmichael? If you just got here, please state your name, zodiac sign, and what city and state you're in. And also share this to one of your groups. Somebody put this in Let's Talk Magic and Mystical Magic, please. And Trill Alchemy. Gia. So, you're going to have to reset your password by resetting your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because you've got your mind on all these other things that are not as important as your spiritual practice, and you got all those passwords, or you in all those accounts that probably are not even password protected. So it ain't about writing down your password in a place that you can remember it, but being able to stay logged into your practice. You know what I'm saying? Your spiritual practice should be like an app on your phone where you don't even have to always. That's like you at a website and an app. When you open an app, you don't have to hit your you don't have to hit log in because it's an app. But when you go to a website for security reasons, and then next thing you know, you locked out. So some of y'all need to move your practices from a website to an app in your heart or on your own personal home screen. You know, you download the app and they'll be like, do you want us to add this to your home screen? And I'm normally like, hell no, because I have everything. I'm a Virgo rising, so I have everything like in little categories. I don't want everything all over the place. I look over people's shoulders sometimes when I'm being nosy and look at their phone, and they have they just have a screen full of apps. They just swipe, 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 swipe. They ain't got no order. So a little order will help your flow. You got order and flow. You know, don't just have everything order and don't just be just flowing and stuff like that. So some of y'all, please clean up your screens. You know what I'm saying? Take your passwords and start consolidating them down, or take your passwords and put them like in categories. Like for business stuff, like utilities and handling financial responsibilities online, I got something that's like, this is the same piece, right? And then when I have other stuff, then it might be another password for whatever that particular category is. Then it's easier for me to remember. Hopefully that makes sense. Are y'all over here flirting with each other in between the lines? Shaquina telling Devi, hey, that's right, you do need to moan more. Absolutely. But that's it. I didn't want to make this one too long tonight, but I wanted to get it off my chest so I can erase it off my dry erase board. I got 4 other ones I got to get to. Why Be a Queen is written up on my board. Jedi Coach is written up on the board, and Why You Need One. And then I have Type of Woman. I can't remember what I was on when I wrote that, but it might come back to me. But if it don't, it's okay. And then Lilith. So I was supposed to be doing a video over in the Rise of the Divine Feminine Energy, but I guess the group is closed down now because I was going to continue on the Lilith piece that I started back in Smyrna. So I think I may turn that into a webinar on how to identify Lilith in your chart and how to use it. Because remember, Lilith for men is different than Lilith for women. Lilith in Aries is different than Lilith in Gemini and Lilith in Virgo, and then it's different in the first house and the second house. So understanding Lilith in your chart, for those of you who up on that Lilith flow, get ready for that right there. It won't be tomorrow though. I got some other stuff I'm doing. But oh, I was supposed to be bigging up this book that I bought. I'm going to do a whole video on this book right here. It's called My Dearest King, Letters of Love, Inspiration, and Encouragement for Men by Tanisha Swinton. Tanisha only had about 4 of these left. First off, let me tell you how I operate. I have a bag, right? If anybody's seen me, I always got a bag around my shoulder. So if I got a bag, I keep important stuff in it. And I keep some books in there. So if it's a book that made it out of my house from my bookshelf, then it's very, very, very important. And look how this book is so skinny. It's only like 10 pages, right? And so I saw the book. Well, a couple years ago, I was like giving up all the smoke about there was no women's group for men. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always a women's group for women, but there's no women's group that's like dedicated to healing men, right? And I was just going ham about that. And then I saw this book, and it was like My Dearest King, Letters of Love, Inspiration, and Encouragement to Men. And she probably had about 4 copies left. And I was like, shit, I got to have one of those. And I just opened it up and read the first letter. And I was like, how much is this? And she was like, $8. I said, here go, my birthday was the 17th. I was like, here goes $17. Give me one. So I bought 2 and left one on the table. So if you didn't see her, you should go find Tanisha Swinton, T-E-N-E-I-S-H-A, Swinton. She does not have a website, but I sent her an email. I talked to her about getting a website just to sell this one book because this book is so powerful, right? So I'm going to read one of the letters. So when I go to bed, I read one of these, and when I get up in the morning, I read one of these. And my nickname, my pet name for this book is What She Should Have Said. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in situations where a woman's mouth, really that's like what turns me off is that mouth. But if she would have said something out of here, oh my God, I wouldn't be going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So I think all the brothers should get this book, and all you sisters, for what you could have or should have said, you didn't do it, put it in the book and sell it. We'll buy it. I will every time, because I'm getting ready to run through this like for my 2nd or 3rd time, right? So I'm gonna just like randomly go in here, and like they're like some of them are really short, like this one, and then other ones are a little longer. But just think if you was a man, and you could even be with like a really fly lady right now, and her mouth is, you know, but sometimes, I mean, like her mouth is really good and uplifting, but sometimes we hold on to stuff, because remember, men hold things in their heart, women hold things in their womb. So reading this is like really makes me feel good. Like I ain't even got to bed. Like this book is like on the bed, like laying on the bed beside me, because I'm reading it, and then I'm like, I don't want to go. I ain't getting back up. See this at the end of the night. You know how you listen to talking about your inspirational words and stuff. So this is what I read. No, it's not just a good Father's Day gift. Well, that must mean Father's Day is every day, because niggas need this book every day. The black man needs this book every day. If you complaining about, oh, there's no kings, there's no eligible, how are you talking to him? Are you realizing like that how he's been talked to before in the past? You ain't got to apologize, but he can get a present all the time. He ain't worth $8. Yes. So I'm gonna read a real short one first. My dearest king, as I sit here smiling, as thoughts of you dance across my mind, I can't help but wonder if you smile when you think of me the way I smile when I think of you. Signed, your curious queen. Oh, I really like that. I really like that. Then there's one on the same opposite page. That's a little longer. I'm going to read that one. Now, that's what I do. I read that and just go to bed. Just be like, yeah. When I wake up in the morning, open it back up. If it's the same page, of course, I'm not going to read that one. I'm going to read the other one. What up, Miss Williams McLean? How you feeling? Yes. Did you share this video? If you just get it, remember to press 2 if you share the video. Also, put your name and your zodiac sign and what city and state. Well, not your name because I already know your name. I can see you. What up, Lotus Love? Crystal Marbley? Yes. Tanisha Swinton. Is she on here? Where is she at? Did she just come on here? Did somebody tag her? I told her the book sales was going to pop up. Y'all don't have to just cash app. The next one, this next letter is, my dearest king, I just wanted to take a moment to let you know that you can talk to me about anything, and anything is capitalized. Too many relationships end because folks don't feel they can talk to their partners about any and everything. I want you to know I've been out here too, so there's nothing you can tell me about your past that will cause me to run away from you. We have all made mistakes throughout life, so you will get no judgments from me when you are comfortable enough to let me into your world. Golly. It's not even finished. Remember, out of darkness comes light. Whatever you may have done in the past only aided you in becoming the king you are today. Whoop, whoop. So do not despise your questionable past. Don't try and hide your misdeeds. Do not try to deny your past. Instead, acknowledge from whence you came and embrace the experiences that helped shape you. Upon our meeting, I shall start the disclosure process to show you how it is done. Ooh, that's sexy. And help you feel at ease about sharing that part of you you'd rather keep hidden. Sign, your adoring queen. Y'all better go get $8. Listen, y'all should just blow up her inbox. Her name is Tenishae Swinton. And be like, Coach Khayr was talking about your book. Right? This one right here is a password keeper. Right? So, but I'm gonna make a whole nother joint. I just want to throw this on the end right here because I don't even really be on books like, my fault. There's books everywhere around this house. But it's been a long time since I was like, yo, this book is powerful. It ain't got no astrology in it. But this is a powerful magical book because she's casting a spell to make me feel better. And it's random. You know what I'm saying? It's not like she's trying to holler at me or I'm trying to holler at her. She's just making me feel good. And I tell you, the key to your magic is you must have joy in your heart. A lot of your spells and rituals ain't working. Why? Because you ain't got no joy. Put it in what group? Listen here. I'm going to take a picture of the cover and put it on my Facebook page, and then y'all can go find her and get your own copy. So, what is that? Oh. Somebody's going to put a link on the page, I guess. But y'all can find her. As intelligent as y'all is, y'all can do all this other stuff. No, I can't go through Messenger while you're doing live. You know, it don't work like that. If you go on live and post it yourself, then it'll just be in the feed. Righto. So, yes, I would get on this right here, and I would also get on top of your passwords and your spiritual accounts of why you got locked out in the first place. If you need some help resetting your password to get back up in your spiritual practice, then holler at your boy. Hit me on the DM. We put a session together to call password recovery because I'm locked out of my spiritual account, my spiritual bank account. That's probably what I should have titled this one, spiritual bank account. Yeah, because a lot of y'all have a lot of things in your account that you're not using or you don't have access to because the password, you can't remember the password. And the password is not Alafia or Ashe or Hotep. That's not the password to log into your spiritual bank account. All right. Thank you, Zenobia. That's Zenovia. You know what I'm saying? Like you from out of the country. That's the link for the sister who wrote My Dearest King. Her name is Tanisha Swinton. These books are $8. Yes, it will be a fabulous. I'm going to tell you what would be fabulous if you buy the book and then write another letter in the back to whoever you're giving it to. That'll be like stupid dope. Like, see this blank page right here? You like, put the nigga's name in it. Be like Khayr. William. You know what I'm saying? Yusuf. Whoever. Yes. My dearest king. Okay? So, or she's a Libra, so she all about relationships. I came right home and showed it to my roommate and was like, yo, you better write one of these too. You know what I'm saying? ASAP. But anyway, that's just me for today. Alana, what's up? Thank you, Melba, for coming through. Press 2 if you need, if you have shared the video. And thank y'all so much. Catch it from the beginning, man. Also, tomorrow morning, I'm going to do my best that we get up and start working on the miracle prayer. Who wants to learn the miracle prayer? So can we do that tomorrow? I'm thinking like 9 or 10 o'clock, because then on the East Coast, because then it'll be 6 or 7 for the West Coast, and then it'll just be up. And then we're just going to do it like my man Tigo was telling me to do it. We're just going to do one line a day and help with pronunciation. All right? I'm going to just help y'all with pronunciation, and then you just be able to come back and go back through it. But if you do it a line at a time, then you will, it'll be much more, you'll be much more successful, in my opinion, because that's how I learned it. Big shouts out to Shelly Rowe. You know what I'm saying? That's my teacher who taught me the miracle prayer. Phelan helped me with it at the end. But it was Shelly that was like, yo, I'm going to put you in the game. Well, she didn't say I'm going to put you in the game. I called her because she had 3 children and she taught all her children the miracle prayer. And then I was just like, if you're going to be doing, if you can teach your kids the miracle prayer, then you can teach this grown ass king the miracle prayer too. And she was like, okay. So, tomorrow morning, I said, let's get it popping up. I don't know what that means, 33. What up, Tutu? Thank y'all for sharing this. Please press 2 if you share the video. Share it and put it in one of the groups. Mystical Magic, Let's Talk Magic, Trill Alchemy, all of my groups, Coach Khayr and all of that. Also, did you get the email I sent yesterday to you to get your meditation? Because if you ain't meditating, then how in the world you going to, that's, like I said, one way to recover your password. I sent an email out, plus I told you all that you can go to coachescloset.com and get it for free. But in the email I said, hey, if you're salty about having to give somebody give you something for free and you want to pay for it, you can definitely, there's a link in the email where you can go buy it too. You can go to Coach Khayr. What is that? It's either up on the DNA Explosions or something, or the tools bar, and then you'll see the meditation on there. All right, so tomorrow morning we're gonna see y'all at 10. I'm gonna go set my alarm so we can be up in here. What up, Team Aries in Greensboro? I see you. How you doing, April? All right, so yeah, that's it for the night. I found you in peace. I'm gonna leave you in prayer. What was the one thing about this video that was the most helpful that you could use immediately? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how did I do? Yes, Lexi. Thank you so much. He's the truth. I saw the live notification, but have to watch the replay. You do. And all the videos of the miracle prayer, they'll be on YouTube too, because I just take these and just upload them to YouTube. I need to really start doing YouTube videos exclusively and leave y'all ass alone on Facebook so y'all can come over there, but that's another story. All right, let's get it. Anabakor, Kijalaki Menka, Tatia Tezara, Kabel Renad, Amcha Sagvanu, Tahara Nunara, Nagi Board, Shea Yakadeka, Kavava Shamran, Barkam Tyram, Rakame, Tazika Taker, Tamid Gamlin, Kasim Kadosh, Bararu Tufka, Nahel Adateka, Yakid Gehel, Amchapanez, Okre Katushka Taker, Shavatanu Kabel, Lushma, Tazakatanu, Yodea Talamot, Barukshem, Kavo Makuto, Lalam Vaed. Peace. What up, Vicky? I know you late, but you can go catch the replay. Sahara, how you doing? Tell Jasmine I said peace. Chris Enlighten got these spiritual vittles for you. Keep your foot on their neck. All right. April says she got the email. Good. If you go to coachescloset.com and you fill that out, you'll be on my email list. Right-ho. Then you can get discount codes and all this other stuff that I be putting out. Yeah. All right, I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace. My YouTube channel, you can just go type in Coach Khayr and you'll see it. Or you could type in like Coach K Astrology. It's like tons of things on there that you just type in Coach Khayr Astrology or something like that and you'll see it. GG. Alrighty. Chanel Robinson, you late too, but it's okay. You can go back and catch the thing from the beginning. Peace.